In this video, I will discuss how to use print statement in Python. The reading input from standard input and displaying the result on the standard output are the basic important functions of any programming language. Like in C, we use scanf statement to read input from the standard input, and if you want to display the output, we use something called as a printf statement. Similarly, we have a print statement in Python, with which we will be able to display the result to the output on the output screen, as well as we can have we can read the input from the standard input using input statement. So in this video we will discuss what are the different ways with which we can use the print statement. There are mainly three ways in which we can use the print statement. Like we can just display the message to the user, like some message like hello world or something. Or what we can do is we can display the message as well as the value of a variable. That is another possibility. Okay, we have some value in a variable. I want to display that particular value. That is can also be done with the help of print statement. So that can be done with two ways. One is called as we can put all the string in double quotes, and we can put the variable list after placing a comma over there. So I will explain this thing in detail later. Or we can use the format specifiers also. The way we use format specifiers in printf statement of C, we can use the same way we can use the format specifiers in Python also. The very important thing about Python is we use a single quote, double quote and triple quotes to indicate the strings. Usually if you have a character or one word, we use single quotes. But if you have more than one word, in such case we use something called as double quotes. These two things are not necessary. Like if you want to use one word, you can use double quotes also, but usually we use for a single character or one word we use single quotes. For multiple number of words we use double quotes. That is what the standard way of using is. And the triple quotes are used for the strings having multiple number of lines in that case. Okay, so I'll just show you one example. In this case I am trying to print the value just hi message. Okay, so you can see here I have put that particular hi in single quotes, and I'm just printing the message here. So print within parenthesis within single quotes I have given a message like hi here. So you will be able to see the output perfectly. This is the one way of using it. Let us say that I want to display more than one word. In that case, what I'm supposed to do is print within double quotes, mention the what we can say that the message. This is how actually we can do it. For example, if we have multiple number of words, or let us say that I will give one more message here. Welcome to Python tutorial by Mahesh Huddar. So if you have a sentence, still you will be able to get the result here. So this is how actually we will be able to get the output here. Sometimes what happens is I have multiple number of words, as well as I want to display that particular. I have a string of multiple number of lines. In such case I cannot use the single quote or double quote. In that case I need to use triple double quotes. So you can see here, this is how actually the triple double quote looks like, and it starts here, it ends here. So how many lines I have? I have two lines in this case. The my name is Mahesh Huddar and I love Python. These are the two lines we have here. So this is the way we can display the multiple lines using print statement. I'll be able to display it perfectly. So there will not be any issues here. For example, you want one more line. You can say that Python tutorial. You can add it here. It's not a big issue, and then you can display it over here. Tutorial. Okay, just typo. You'll be able to see the output here. That's also possible. Okay, this is the very simple usage of print statement, where I will be displaying a single word or a single character, multiple number of words, or multiple number of lines using print statement. Sometimes what I want to do is I want to display the string as well as the variable name, the value of a variable. Just take an example. Let us say that a is equal to 10 here. I want to display the message like the value of a is so and so. So what I can do is, look at this, starting from here to here it's a string. So I'll put everything in what we can say that the double quotes. This is a normal string, it will be printed as it is. After that I want to print the value of a variable. So what I need to do is I need to mention the variable name here. but there should be some separation like the string and a variable name, so we use comma here. So what happens here is till comma it is a normal string, after comma you can say that the variable name. Now if you execute it, the output should look like the value of a is 10. So that is how actually it should look like. Now I'll take one more example to make this particular concept clear. Let us say that I want to display the value of a and b. In this case, you can see here I have created the two variables a, b. The value of a is 10, value of b is 20. So this is the multiple variables can be created in one line. That is the beautiful nature of Python. So the value of a is 10, the value of b is 20 in this case. Now what I want to do is I want to display something like this. The value of a is 10, the value of b is 20. Something like that I want to display. So how can I do it? This is how we can do it. The value of a is, it will be in double quotes. After this I want to display the value of a, that is the variable name I need to mention. So comma a. After this I want to mention and the value of a, b is so and so. So again it is a string. So this variable and this string I want to separate, so I will use again a comma here. So till here it is a string, from here to here is a variable name, from here to here it's a string again, from here onwards again it's a variable name. So this is how actually we can write this particular print statement. So the expected answer is the value of a is 10 and value of b is 20. So that is what the expected answer, and we got the same answer over here. So this is how what we can do is we can use print statement to display the string as well as the message. Now another way of using a print statement is with the help of format specifiers. So I don't want to use the variable names in between something like this. I want to use format specifiers. Later I want to fill those particular format specifiers with the value of a variable. So that can be done with the help of the format specifier method. Here we have some different format specifiers like %s for string, %d for integer, %f for float, %o for octal, x for hexadecimal, e for exponential number. Now let us take the same example. Let us say that I want to display something like this. Print. What I want to display? The value of a is 10. That is the same thing I want to display. Like the value of a is. Okay. Now here I want to display the value of a. What I can do here is %d I can mention. Why I need to mention %d is, %d is nothing but a format specifier here, and then this %d will be replaced with the value of a variable later at the time of execution. So here I cannot put comma here. The previous case we were using comma to separate the variable name with respect to what we can say that the string. In this case I cannot use this one. I need to use % here, and then I need to list all the variables. So how many variables I have here? I have only one variable. So because of that I just need to mention that variable name, and then you can execute it. So you get the output here. Okay, so take one more example. Let us say that I have that example here. I just copy it and then I paste it here. Okay, so because it's a perfect location for that one, I'll remove these two lines. I think these two lines are not necessary. Okay, coming back to this one. How many variables I have here? A is 10, b is 20. Now I want to display the value of a is so and so and b is so and so. So how can I write it? Value of a is, this is the place where I want to put the value of a, that is %d, and b is %d. So this is the place where I want to put the value of b. Now what I do here is I will put, or I will mention the variable names here, percentage followed by variable names. So how many variables I need to mention? 2. So the value of first variable will be placed here and the value of second variable will be placed here. Now if I execute this particular thing, you will see an error. Okay, so definitely there will be an error. Why? You can see here, not enough arguments for format string. How many are expected? 2 are expected. I have mentioned 2, but still there is an error. The thing you need to remember is, if you want to mention one variable, there is no need to do anything, you just mention the variable name, like in this example. But if you want to mention more than one variable in the variable list, you need to put these particular variables within a parenthesis. It is called as a tuple. We will discuss it at the later stage. Now if you execute it, definitely you will get the output. That is, the value of A is 10 and B is 20 in this case. So this is how actually we will be able to use the printf statement with the format specifiers here. The next is I'll just show you how to use other format specifiers like %f, o, x and all. Here initially I have taken one variable, that is A is equivalent to 18. Now actual number is printed here. The actual number is equivalent to %d A. The value of A will be printed here, that is 18. Now what I am trying to do is float of the number, that is %f. It will be converted into floating point and then it will be displayed. That's 18.000 will be displayed here. Now octal equivalent of the number, %o, that is it will be converted into octal equivalent and then it will be displayed here. So A is in decimal form, it will be converted into octal and then it will be displayed here. Similarly, hexadecimal value and its exponential value will be displayed here. So if you see this particular output, you will be able to see something like this. 18 is the actual number, 18.000000 is the floating point number. The equivalent octal number of 18 is 22. Equivalent hexadecimal number for 18 is 12 and its exponential form is 1.8 into 10 raised to 1. So that is what the meaning. So this is how actually we can use the format specifiers depending on your requirement. If you use this particular thing, the value of a variable will be converted to this particular format. Okay, so it is decimal, it will be octal. It will be decimal, it will be converted into octal and hexadecimal, and then it will be displayed here, and so on. Now we'll take some more example to understand this printf statement. Sometimes what happens is I want to display what we can say that the %d as a part of string. So how can I do that? If I want to display %d as a part of string, %d has a special meaning. What is that? It is the integer. It is representing the integer numbers. But I want to display %d as a part of my string. In that case, I need to precede that %d by another percentage, and you need to mention empty tuple here as a variable list. So that is compulsory. If you don't do that, you will not be able to get the output. So you can see here, I want %d to be printed. That is what the message will be printed. So this will be printed as it is, and for this percentage we need to use the empty tuple here. This is another example. Here what I am trying to do is I have two parameters to this particular print. The first one is a string and the second one is *10. *10 means what? This particular pattern or whatever the string we have, it will be repeated 10 times. So I want to repeat underscore a for 10 number of times, so it will be displayed here. So this is how actually it looks like. Sometimes I want to display something like this. I want to display some 10 stars. What I can do? So print, I will use within single quote star and then this star 10. So this star is different. This star is a string here. Okay, this star is an operator, and then how many times it should be displayed? It should be repeated 10 times. You can see here 10 stars will be displayed in this case. Similarly, if I want to add a new line character within this particular printf statement, we can use a new line character here, that is /n. That is also possible. You can see here the new line characters were added, and if you want the new line to be printed as it is in your string, you don't want the new line to be added. You want a new line, that is a /n, to be printed as it is. In that case, you can precede that particular new line by backward slash. Okay, so if you do that, it will be printed as it is. Okay, the one more thing I'll just show you. For example, I'll create two variables here. Let us say that A is equivalent to 10 and B is equivalent to 20. Now I'll do one thing. I'll add print value of A is, I'll use the first method, that is comma A I will use here. Similarly, print value of, sorry, it should be in double quotes because the string. Okay, value of B is comma B. Okay, now what has happened here? I just see the output. What has happened? It will display the value of A. Yes, the value of A is 10. What is the next one? The value of B is 20. That's for sure. But one thing you can notice here, by default, print is adding a new line character. So this particular thing is displayed and then a new line character is added, so the second print statement is displayed over here. So this is how actually the thing will work. Sometimes I don't want the new line character to be added. So what I can do, I can use one more comma here, and then I can use end, which is equivalent to single quote. Now if I do or execute it, you can see here what I'm trying to say is, after this particular print statement, I don't want a new line character. What I want is, I want nothing here. That's within single quote. I have not used anything. At the end of this print statement, I don't want anything. So that's the reason I have not written anything here. So you can see here, after this print statement, immediately the next print statement was displayed here. But if I use one space and then execute it, you can see one space over here. This is the space. If you use like you can say that /t, it will add one tab here, or you can say that the 8 spaces will be added here, and so on. So this is how actually you can control whether you want to add a new line or if you don't want to add a new line. If you remove this particular thing, by default a new line will be added. If you add this particular thing, depending on what you mention in end value, it will be added here. So this is how actually you can control whether you want to add a new line to the print statement or you don't want to add a new line. The next thing is, whenever you use format specifiers, there is something called as precision width and field width we can use. Okay, what is field width is? Field width is the width of the entire number to be displayed using the print statement. Okay, so the entire the length of, or can say that the entire number to be displayed, that's the width of entire number, is nothing but the field width. And the precision is the width towards the right, that is the number of digits after the decimal point, that is nothing but the precision. So we'll take a very simple example to understand it. So let us say that I am trying to display a number, that is %f 3.12131213, so and so. So this is what I want to display. So now if I just execute it, you can see the output. So what has happened? %f will truncate this particular number, and after decimal position it will display 6 digits. So that is what actually it does. Sometimes what I want is, I don't want 6 digits to be printed. What I want here is, I'll just add print statement here just to make this thing clear to you. Okay, so I don't want 6 digits. I want only 1 digit after decimal position. So what I can do, I can use %f in between %f dot 1. Dot 1 indicates after decimal position I want 1 digit. If I use, let us say that I will use this particular thing, and then I will use here 4. What happens here? After decimal position, 4 digits will be displayed here. So this is about the precision. Precision is nothing but it will control how many number of digits I want to print after decimal position. So this is how actually we can use, after dot the number you can mention, and then f, d, or whatever it may be you can mention here. Okay, another thing here is, this is about the precision. Now the second thing is what? The field width. Field width is nothing but the entire width of that particular number. Now you can see this particular example. In this example, what I am trying to do is, the entire width of that particular number should be 9, and after decimal number or a decimal point I need 5 digits. So if I execute this particular thing, you can see here the output will look something like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will be displayed after decimal position. Decimal position is the one more digit, that is 6 and 7. 8 and 9 are present on the over here, that is 8th and 9th characters are present here. It's very difficult to see, but it is aligned right here. Okay, if you don't want it to be aligned right, what we can do here is, we can use something called as, I just copy and show you here. If you want this to be aligned left, so what I can do is, I can use minus here and then execute it. You can see here again we have the same thing. After decimal position we have 5 digits, but the things are left over here. These are the characters. You can see it ends here, it ends here, exactly the same place. It is aligned right, it is aligned left in this case. So this is how actually it looks like. Sometimes what I want to do is, I want this to be like for example here there is nothing is present. No, it is nothing is printed here. I want these particular places should be filled with 0. So what I can do here is, here I will use %9 for sure, but apart from %9 I use %09. So 9 places, if you have 9 places displayed, if you don't have 9 places, put zeros before that particular number. So that is what the thing. So I don't have all 9 numbers, so it will be 0 will be printed here. But if I make it 6, so how many zeros will be there? There will be only 1 0. If I make it 7, what will be the number of zeros here? There will not be any zeros, because already we have 9 digits here. If I make this one as 8, again there will not be any zeros here. Okay, so this is how actually it works. Because I don't have sufficient number of digits to be printed, it will preceded, the number will be preceded by zeros in this case. Okay, this is how actually we can display it. Now what I do here is I just show you one more example. Here I'll be using what we can say that directly %f and then %f. If I just display it, you will be able to see it. The output will be displayed like this, and here we have one extra space. It is not aligned properly. If you want this particular thing should be aligned properly, you can use plus before this %f. So if you see this one, you can see here it is be a perfect alignment over here. Okay, so this is how actually we can do. And one more thing is this is what actually you need to understand. If I don't leave any space here, you can see there is no proper alignment. This is what actually I want to explain. If you have the space here, there is a perfect alignment. And if you want to display plus over here, you can use this kind of thing. And this is the one more thing, I just have explained it. It will align the numbers on the left side. There will be total 9 digits width, and I want to display 3 digits after the decimal position. These are all the empty things over here. Okay, so what I have done in this particular video is I have explained how to use the print statement in Python with the different examples. I hope this particular concept is clear. If you like the video, do like and share with your friends. Press the subscribe button for more videos. Press the bell icon for regular updates. Thank you for watching.